Good morning, kids. Welcome to Sunday School. I'm so glad you're here with me today. This month, we're going to be talking about Proverbs. Proverbs were written by King Solomon, and King Solomon was David's son. You might remember David. He wrote many of the Psalms and all the Psalms that we talked about last month. So here's a little bit about King Solomon. God asked King Solomon what he wanted. He gave him a choice. Tell me what you want. And King Solomon could have asked to be super famous. He could have asked for riches and wealth, money, but he didn't. He asked God for wisdom. He said, God, I want to be wise like you. I want to be able to make good choices like you would make them. Well, God loved that idea. And he made Solomon very wise, and he gave him lots of fame and wealth also. So today we're looking at a passage in Proverbs. It says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Well, what does that mean? I'll tell you, we all make decisions. We all make choices, and a lot of us make really good decisions. Okay, I know a lot of you are smart, really, really smart, but sometimes we make bad decisions too. And sometimes we have to admit we were wrong. That's not always easy. Sometimes we get really embarrassed by that. And today, in our verse, it cautions us to not just trust what we know and what we think, because sometimes we can make mistakes. But we can always trust in God. We can always depend on Him. Even if we don't understand what He's doing, we can trust that it's always for our good. Let's take a look at the experiment. I have 3 glasses of water. This glass has very warm water, straight out of the tap, but it's as warm as it can be. This water is room temperature. It's been sitting out for a while, so it's the same temperature as my house. This glass, you can tell, I bet, it's pretty cold. It came out of the refrigerator and there's ice in it. Now, our experiment today, you can try this too. You can just pause the video and try it now if you want, or you can try it later if mom and dad say it's okay. I want you to take 1 finger each. I want you to put 1 finger, it's cold, in the very cold water, and 1 finger in the hot water. I'm going to leave them in there for just a minute while I talk a little bit about temperature. Now, we feel temperature because it's the motion of an object's molecules. Molecules are the teeny tiny little things that make up everything. And that includes our skin. Our skin has teeny tiny molecules on the end that move around all the time, even though you can't see them, not even with a pretty powerful microscope. These little molecules move around depending on how warm or cold they are. Oh, the ones in this finger are slowing down because they're so cold, they don't have enough energy. The ones in this finger are moving around pretty fast because they are nice and warm and cozy. Now that my fingers have been in there for a while, I'm going to take both of them and put them in the water in the middle. Now, what do you notice? This finger, the water feels cold. This finger, the water feels warmer. Now, why could that be? Well, because this water is cooler than the one that I had my finger in before, and it's slowing down those molecules. This finger, now those molecules are speeding up. So it feels to me like this water is 2 different temperatures. Now you and I know that's not true. It's all the same temperature as my room, but my fingers are tricked. One of them thinks it's warmer than the other. So what does this little experiment mean for us kids? Well, it means that sometimes we can be tricked. Sometimes we can think something is true when it might not be. And God knows us and He understands us better than we do ourselves. Sometimes, I would say all the time. So we should pray and ask God for direction in our life. And when the tough choices come, we should look to Him for help. Bye, guys.